Hello friends of the Northern Entertainment and welcome to the second episode of my Trainz a New Era. As you probably remember, last week we started doing the first 3 tutorials. And today we're gonna look at tutorial number 4, which brings us into the industry, and tutorial number 5, well, half of tutorial number 5 anyway, which shows us signals, apparently on a North American track, but signals are signals. So, I mean, yes, there is obviously certain differences locally, but the general purpose of signals is always the same. So let's just get right into it so as to keep the length of this episode within reason. As I said, we're gonna do tutorial 4 completely and probably half of tutorial 5. So let's get to it. Alright, so here we are. Often during a session you will be required to load and unload freight at points along the way. This tutorial will be loading lumber at the mill for delivery to another industry. You may start your train slowly forward when ready. So let's jump into the cab interior view. And let's go so we can see actually something and start our train. Ahead you will see a load nav point. Stop at this point to load lumber onto the flat cars. You must load the lumber onto both flat cars. Stop at the nav point to load lumber. Seems easy enough. Noisy little train though. And yeah guys, I'm really happy that you guys like this series so much. So we are 0.5 mile, no, 0.0502. Ah, there's a forklift over there. So how much further do we have to go? Alright, made it. So, line side view, what's happening here? Okay, one car is loaded apparently. Now let's look at this from here. I don't think there's any major... No, there isn't. That's what I figured. Okay, the path has been set for you. Proceed forward to St. Nicholas main yard. Well, we can do that. We can certainly do that, but I do want to get back into... actually no, let's stay outside for a moment. And off we go. And here we are coming up to speed of 50 miles per hour. I wonder if we can go that fast with our old engine. Oh, never mind, it's 50, 40 again. Oh, we might actually be able to go that fast. Of course, doesn't help that it's going downhill right now. Here we're just going past I think it's a steel mill. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a steel mill. On our way to the lumberyard. Definitely nice to see. So we're slowing down here. As you can see, this is a rather busy freight yard. So we have another 0.06 miles until we have to stop. Again, going here in the interior view. So, the lumber is being delivered to MISO 58 Traction SA on the siding to the rear of the train. Marked by the unload nav point, switch to the junction 66570 left, then reverse your train slowly into the siding and stop at the nav point. Well, we switched our train. We're gonna go back into cab interior view and slowly reverse our train. Nothing easier than that. And I'm thinking that the unloading of the lumber works just like the loading, that we just have to stop for a moment and it will be actually unloaded for us. There we go. And yeah, with that we completed the first tutorial, so let's get right into the second one. I will see you guys to the beginning of the signal tutorial. Alright, so we are back here in the signal tutorial and we start on North American railroads. The signals for your train are on the right hand side of the track. A red signal means danger. It is not safe to enter the block ahead. Clear, proceed. A green signal means it's safe to proceed and the line is clear for at least 2 blocks ahead. So, and if you are wondering what a block is, in case you don't know, a block is the amount of tracks between 2 signals. That's what's called 1 block. And now we are proceeding ahead here. And we can go Oh, full 40 miles per hour. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, and here we are going on our track down the line. Let's have a better view on the next signals ahead. And as you can see here, the next signal is yellow. That I think, yeah, see, approach, proceed with caution. When you encounter a yellow signal, it means that the next signal is currently red. Fast moving or heavy train takes time to slow down. You may need to adjust your speed to be prepared to stop at the next signal. And this is where this little guy here comes in pretty handy, because it tells us that we are just a little bit, actually quite a bit under a quarter mile, and we are not a super heavy train, plus we are on DCC, which means DCC controls are a lot faster response than it would be if we have just our manual brakes. So we're just under half a mile away. It's too bad that the windshield wipers don't work in Trainz. I am going to start slow down significantly here once we are closer to 0.15. But as you can see, this is coming closer quickly, so I'm gonna start slowly here, getting bleeding speed off, because you do not want to pass a red signal unless you are cleared. Now the nice thing is, with those new engines, most of them have self-lapping brakes, and what that means will be explained in great detail once we get into the advanced stuff with into the advanced driving tutorials. There, another freight train is currently occupying the block ahead. Once the train has cleared the block, you will be permitted to proceed. So here we see the freight train that is occupying everything at the moment. Beautiful engine. So now, as you can see here, it turned yellow, so we can indeed get going. And if the signal, or if the train was another block ahead of us, so that we had 2 blocks empty ahead of us, the signal would be green. And here you can see, as we are motoring along, the freight train now must have cleared 2 blocks ahead of us. So He's really letting her roll down the hill. I think that's what we're gonna do now too. And now we are coming up on another red signal, as you can see. And I'm assuming the signal is red to allow that passenger train to go ahead of us, but that is just assumption here on my part. Nice train. Alright, yep, passenger train has priority over your freight movement and has been allowed to proceed ahead of you. Once it cleared the block ahead of you, will be permitted to proceed. So now we're just having to wait for the passenger train to clear the block ahead of us, which then, as we learned, will turn the signal yellow. And here we go. Approach medium, reduce speed. Okay. So we have a yellow over green aspect indicates you must approach the next signal at no more than 30 miles per hour, as you will be taking the diverging path at the junction. And that I did not know either. So, yeah, again, learned something there. And red over green indicates that it is safe to proceed at no more than 30 until the entire train is clear of the interlocking or junction. Okay. So that's what we are doing now. And there's another one. And there we have red over yellow, which I'm not 100% sure what red over yellow means. Alright, and we have another red sig. Oh yeah, that's the one. Of course. So the only ones really with a special meaning is, what was it, green over yellow? Oh no. Congratulations, you completed the tutorial. Well guys, with that last one really was not almost a fail. I think we actually blew that signal. But yeah, so you can see here we have one more of the minor tutorials left here. And after that it gets to the more advanced stuff, which as you can see I did those two. I just started them. Oh no, wait a second, those two I finished actually, yeah. And but yeah, this was new to me. So but yeah, those are really interesting because this is where it gets into the more advanced stuff of controlling a train. No more of that DCC stuff. And then of course our last tutorial, that's going to be one that I'm really savoring because that's a Steam tutorial. So yeah. Well, with that said, I say thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and yeah, next week, same time, I will see you right here. So until then, have a great day, and God bless.